Hello, kindergartners. It's good to see you again. I'm coming to you this week with a story about clothing. We read a story a couple weeks ago about interesting instruments from around the world that make sounds that maybe we're not used to hearing. And clothing is kind of the same thing. Maybe there's clothing that people wear around the world that we're not really used to seeing. It might look a little different than what we might choose to wear. So today we're going to learn about clothing from different cultures. I wonder if you know what this one is. Oh, look at her. It looks like her skirt is made out of leaves. She's wearing these flower necklaces. Yeah, this is someone who is a Pacific Islander, and this is a traditional dress that they would have worn a long time ago. And when people from this region get dressed up for special occasions, sometimes they might wear something like this to celebrate or to do special dances. I'm going to look at a couple of these pictures because sometimes we need to ask questions before we read a story. We need to ask questions and think, what do I want to know? Oh, look at these people. Oh my goodness. Do you think they live somewhere warm or cold? Why would they wear things like that? Interesting. And sometimes before I even read the words, I like to take a picture walk and see what people wear. Oh, look at these people. Look what they're wearing. Yeah, when I see you guys come to school, you don't usually dress like this. But where these people live, this is pretty common. This is what people wear. I wonder what it looks like in their part of the world. I'll look at one more. Oh, These people are dressed very fancy. I'm going to move the picture up so you can see what's happening. Oh, wait a minute. No shoes. I wonder why he didn't put his shoes on. So, that's definitely a strategy you can use when you're getting ready to read a story. We can ask questions about what we see. This story is called Clothes in Many Cultures. Clothes to wear. Around the world, everyone wears clothes for work or play. And this is a person who, he's wearing a jacket and it looks like a scarf. And they're highlighting South America. This is our neighbor below the United States. Okay, and this person lives in South America. He looks like a pretty happy fella. Look at this smile. Doesn't he look happy? Yeah. Parkas keep people warm on cold days. Parkas. Yep. And these are people who are native to North America. They probably live in a colder region of North America. And these parkas are made of fur. Yep. So sometimes people hunt for animals and we use the meat to eat. And these people are natives and they would use the fur to make clothing and keep their bodies warm. They were really good about not wasting any of that animal if they hunted. They would even use the bones for beads and things like that. Sounds a little different than what we're used to, but is it still okay? You bet. That's just how they live. That's part of their culture. Sarongs keep people cool on hot days. So what these children are wearing is called a sarong. And people in African regions would wear sarongs. It's pretty warm in that part of the world most days. And so they don't want to wear lots and lots of tight clothing. This clothing is loose fitting and they can tie it around their bodies to protect themselves from the sun. But when the breeze blows, I bet it really cools their bodies off. So even though this isn't something I would probably show up to school in Walla Walla, this is definitely a part of their culture. A lot of people dress like this. Work clothes. Office workers wear business suits to their jobs. And this worker, she is from the Asian continent. She's going to work somewhere in Asia. But does this look like something that maybe people would wear in our country? They're saying that this is a person from China. Yeah. Now, could I show up to work looking like that? You betcha. Similar, very similar. Oh, ranchers wear sturdy jeans when they work outside. Why would they need to wear sturdy jeans? Well, this person's working hard. You can tell really closely. There's a hoof. They're getting some shoes on that animal. Must be a horse, maybe. This person is from Australia. That's a continent kind of in the bottom of the earth. Yep. Ranchers. They have a lot of ranchers. Do we have ranchers in our country? You bet. Yep. That's a job that people have all over the world, and they look pretty similar to this. Yep. They might wear a hat to protect themselves in the sun. They might wear some sleeves, but then there's a shirt underneath in case they get warm. They can take off that layer. And then jeans in case they're doing dirty work. Look at those shoes. Yeah. This person did not show up to the ranch in flip-flops today. They need to protect their feet. And so they're wearing some sturdy shoes so that they can do hard work. Traditional clothing. Now, kindergartners, this is very interesting. It says, brides and grooms wear fancy clothes on their wedding day. This is a bride and a groom, people that are getting married. And they're getting married in the country India. And that's located in Asia, kind of southern Asia. And kindergartners, a bride and a groom, they do. When people get married in our country, do they get dressed up kind of fancy, a little different than usual? Most of the time they do. And this person, you'll notice, is wearing red. In India, a lot of brides like to wear bright colors, especially red. It's a sign of good luck. Yeah, lots of flowers. Is that what your parents looked like when they got married? Or your grandparents? Maybe, maybe not. This is part of the Indian culture. But the cool thing about our country is that there are lots of different people, and you might see something like this in our country. Some people are have their families have come from the Indian culture, or they have in the past. And so sometimes they might want to do something like this to honor their family's culture or tradition. American Indians or Native Americans wear bright colors to dance in powwows. Yeah. Can I tell you something that I know? So this is these people come from our continent, North America. Mr. Hubbard's family is Native American, and so sometimes we see that this is a tradition in the Native American culture. Fancy headdresses made out of animal fur or feathers, and then beautiful beadwork. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Bright colors, and then they dance, and they speak their native language. Yep, and they celebrate all sorts of things. Oh, now this is interesting. Scottish men wear kilts in parades and at ceremonies. Yep. Yep, that's something that happens in the European continent, but you'll even see that in the United States. You'll see that they oftentimes will play bagpipes. And so, yep, a kilt is pretty much, it's a skirt for guys. Oh, don't be chuckling. This is part of someone's culture. This is normal. It's okay. So this is a special celebration. They're obviously, it looks like they're getting ready to be in a parade or in a ceremony of some sort. And can I tell you something else I know? That the different pattern of their plaid fabric kind of tells you about their family. There's something about that plaid that tells you about the family that that person is from. So you'll notice that this plaid is different than that plaid. It's different than what this guy's wearing. Yeah. Kilts. Your clothes. Kindergartners' clothes are different around the world. What did you wear today? Some of us are kind of hanging out in our jammies for a long time. Some of us are actually getting dressed and getting started with our day. I put shorts on today because I saw the sun shining and then it got cold. And now I'm rethinking what I put on my body. I think I might go put pants on instead of shorts. Yeah. What did you wear today? So, kindergartners, next time you see someone wearing something a lot different than what you normally wear, you have to think, I wonder why they're wearing that. Maybe it's a part of their family tradition. Maybe it's a part of their culture. Remember, we were talking at the holidays, we were talking about wooden shoes. I don't wear wooden shoes, but guess what? People in my family used to wear wooden shoes when they lived in Denmark. Yep, that's what they preferred. They preferred wooden shoes. Okay. Kindergartners, I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed our story about clothes in many cultures. Be thinking about that as you see different people wearing things on the TV or out in our community. I hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.